Rogue tier, we still winning. Magic card, oh, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. This right here will be our round 3 matchup. It is against the Earth Machine God, Chris himself, and he is actually on Tearlaments with Naturia, Ishizu 3 engine card mix thing. And you know, I did win the dice roll and I opted to go first. And y'all see, like, he just starts doing a whole bunch of Tearlament things here, getting all the meals, getting Naturia stuff here, and like, I'm just like trying to figure out what in the world all this stuff does. So yeah, here comes all that stuff out, and here comes the Sprite Elf, the Recalos, 2 back row, and I know one of them is that, you know, the trap card. And so now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna deal with all this stuff, because I know, I'm pretty sure he still got, you know, one of those monsters inside of hand. So I'm reading this guy because I know he has the ability to come back, and I need to go ahead and get him off the board. And luckily, it's just like kind of like, you know, protagonist powers were real during this tournament, and I just drew, like, you know, the perfect combination of cards to be able to deal with his board that he has up right now. And the card Recalos is like really good against this deck, because y'all know I have so many cards that have the special summon effect. So I'm gonna start off with Hero Lives, and of course he's going to negate it by getting rid of himself, and he's going to come back by his own effect. And now I have the Rejaki. We're gonna Rejaki. He's gonna chain the elf, and I'm gonna chain the droplet. And yeah, we'll get rid of that, keeping him from bringing out another Tearlament card and then being sent to the graveyard by my card effect. So that's why we did the droplet on the Sprite monster. He's got one of the Tearlaments from hand. His meals are not able to do enough to get him in there. I'm going to summon Vion, use Vion's effect to send Shadow Mist. And on that, he's going to activate one of the Ishizu cards, because he wants to shuffle that Shadow Mist back into the deck before I can banish it with Vion's effect, since it's a cost. And now, big brain hero play, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that elemental hero Honest Neos. That way I can boost up one of my E-heroes and have a E-hero in the graveyard now to banish with Vion's effect. So we're gonna go get that Poly. And unfortunately, as y'all can see, my hand size is like greatly dwindling and disappearing here. I didn't draw any of my I didn't really draw any of my Despia stuff, so you know, there's no Aliber or anything, or no branded fusion right now for me to be able to get to my Despia part of the engine. But we're gonna go ahead and activate Poly here, because I did open with the Dramaturge. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the Guardian Chimera here and try to pop stuff off his board. And I guess this thing in the graveyard has an effect that allows it to special summon itself, like maybe want to activate a monster effect or something like that. And he's got the droplet, so I'm not gonna get the draw, I'm not gonna get the pop stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, that kind of did a little bit there. This card is gonna special summon out to the board, and it's got an effect where it's gonna be able to tribute itself and special summon 2, I think, because I had more monsters on the board than him. So now I'm trying to figure out what all this other stuff does. It kind of sucks when you, like, you know, haven't been playing in a while, trying to figure out what all these cards to do. So I'm just going to, I definitely don't want the Tearlament monster on the board, so that they can't be sent by like card effect or something later on. So I definitely want to destroy that by battle. I opt to let him keep that Nutria monster out on the board, and he draws a Tearlit monster anyway, goes into Time Thief Redoer, and I am going to go ahead and use Dramaturge's effect to negate that thing. It's because, you know, I don't want him doing stuff. So now during the standby phase, he's going to go ahead and get my Regeki, which is really what he was hoping for. He was hoping to get a spell card so that he could get that draw. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go into the battle phase here. Attack. He's going to activate Time Thief Redoer's effect. I'm going to go ahead and chain the droplet here, send in the Dramaturge to not let him start doing Time Thief Redoer stuff. So he doesn't get the draw. He's not going to get the remove or the Tearlament monster effect or none of that stuff. And he draws a spell or trap card, which he's not able to use. And we finally draw into more of the Despia engine. We have the branded fusion now. We have the Guardian Chimera out on the board. We have the Poly in the graveyard, so he can't target it. And, you know, pretty much from here, I'm pretty sure we just win the game from this point. Down comes the Albion, and then with Albion's effect, I'm going to go ahead and do something more. But of course, he has more stuff inside of his graveyard, because in Yu-Gi-Oh, it is not your turn anymore. It is our turn when you play against stuff like this. So now we're trying to figure out like how the shuffling in and going in stuff is going to work, the banishing and everything, because he's going to shuffle some stuff. He goes ahead and shuffles like in the what do you call it stuff, the Fallen of Albaz stuff, but you know, it's the hero stuff that I really care about. So we're going to use the Stratos and the Vion to go ahead and make our boy Sunrise. We're going to get our boy Sunrise's effect, and he's going to chain the Naturia monster's effect. We're going to go ahead and grab that Miracle Fusion right here. And like I said, this is pretty much just game from here, but you know, your opponents, they never know when to exactly just call it, you know. But there's also a chance that I could make a play mistake. So we go ahead and go into battle phase here. We're going to attack with all of them, and then activate the branded in red and show him that we have the GG. And that will be game one right there. And so now going into game two, of course my opponent is going to decide to go first, and he's going to open up with the instant fusion, which I think is kind of like one of the best cards they can open up with. So, you know, I'm expecting him to be able to go like full all out Tearlament, Naturia, Ishizu combo stuff, and yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Tearlament stuff, milling stuff. There goes a tree for, I mean, we got Naturia stuff, and I see the Naturia bamboo card, the one that you contribute, and it stops like all spells and traps. But good thing he milled that thing. And you know, at first I'm glad it has to be tribute summoned with a Naturia monster in order for him to get that effect, because at first I was thinking that spell card would bring him back and, you know, just completely, you know, just lock me out of being able to win this game at all. But pretty much I think like the board he ends up setting here just like keeps me from being able to do anything really anyway. Like I said, here comes a bunch of Naturia stuff. He's got the Recalos out there, then hits the Nat Beast, and he's still got stuff to do. Here comes this thing, and he's got multiple back row cards, and it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not much I can do. I'm running a very heavily spell based deck, and yeah, just trying to play through all this. Like the Nat Beast is just crazy, man. This is cool to see him back inside of the game. We're gonna summon Stratos, and I think like my plan here was to try to be able to attack over the Nat Beast by grabbing my elemental hero Honest Neos and just kind of going from there. He's gonna start doing Tearlament stuff on my turn. Of course, we're going to grab the Honest Neos, and he's going to be able to, you know, get his Tearlament monster effects. He gets rid of the Garuda and that. Down comes the Predaplant Draco Spapelia. Down comes another big old Tearlament monster. And yeah, it just looks pretty bad here. And one of them's gonna cause my Stratos to get bounced back into my deck, so now I'm back to an empty field. No attacking over that Nat Beast, but as y'all can see, I do have Super Poly in my hand. I think I also have Regeki in my hand, but I just don't think that it was enough. And I also have a Hero Lives in my hand, so we're gonna Super Poly. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Honest Neos. We're going to get rid of the Nat Beast and the other Nutria monster that he had out there to go ahead and bring out our Mud Dragon. And he's going to start getting Nutria monster effects again. This thing comes out to the board. It's crazy. I think it like comes out whenever you special summon a monster from the extra deck, which really kind of sucks. So I tried a branded fusion there. He's got the Recalos, and yeah, that's just can't play through that. It was a little bit too crazy for me, y'all. So we will be going into a game 3 right here. And so going into game 3, I'm going to opt to go first and just try to get Masquerade Dragon down. I think we had about 3 minutes left in the round, you know, and I drew the one hero lives that I had to leave sided in. It kind of sucked because I just didn't have enough, you know, side cards to be able to side that one out. But we go with the branded opening. We go ahead and pitch it because I can't activate it with 3 minutes left. You know, losing half my life points basically says I lose the game. And upon my branded fusion trying to do things, he's got this Ishizu monster that is going to bounce my stuff back to the extra deck. But you know, it's a good thing that Masquerade Dragon is, you know, I can either do light or dark, so I'm going to be able to use Albion's effect to bring out the Masquerade Dragon. So he's got the Ishizu monster out there, and I'm able to set one card, and I'm going to pass my turn with just like 20 or 30 seconds here. He immediately goes into the battle phase at the start of his turn, activates Super Poly, take 600, and he's going to try to attack me directly with the monster. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and activate Masquerade Dragon's effect to special summon him, and he's going to try to pop my face down card so that he can send a card from his deck to the hand. And now, you know, we're going into like a ruling question about the card staying on board in order for, you know, until the resolution of all the cards and stuff. But basically, you know, what ends up happening is because I activated the Book of Moon, he's not going to be able to, you know, send it to the graveyard. And with the Masquerade Dragon on the board, even if he had switched that thing to attack mode, you know, everybody's just kind of figure out like if there was a way he could have won. But he was pretty upset that I had Book of Moon in my side deck. So yeah, it's, you know, it's mostly off in there for Flunder, you know, the Impin or the Barrier Statue, just, you know, to get that thing out of there. So we end up winning somehow going into time, even though I got super polyed and, you know, big negged, but, you know, the Masquerade Dragon gets it for us. So y'all let me know, did he do the right thing going for the win in that kind of situation, or do y'all think y'all would have just took the draw right there and just, you know, hey, you know, it is what it is sometimes and let it go? You know, it's kind of hard to, you know that, hey, I got game. And then I guess like really like in that situation, you know, a lot of people wouldn't have thought about Masquerade Dragon's effect because we got like 20 seconds left and he sees a way to victory. So, you know, he's just trying to grasp that victory and get it. But, you know, it is what it is. Protagonist powers for the win. I appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Stay tuned because my opponent activates a big trap card in my final round of Swiss, and I still end up winning that boy. Ain't nobody messing with the masked hero, king of games. Mask off, now you see that a hero lives. I pay half and you ask, but I'm winning games. There ain't another hero that surpasses me.